Orton, Knight, and AJ just recreated the Shield spot. Roman has something to worry about. This will definitely happen at the Royal Rumble. I can't necessarily say that this was a bad SmackDown episode. On the other hand, it was just a bunch of nothing. I mean, it's Royal Rumble season, and this seemed like an episode you could just miss. We did learn that Solo Sikoa is a big liar though. They couldn't find a partner for the Bloodline. Heyman is worried, Jimmy is worried, Solo is not. He kept telling us, I'm not worried. Then why the hell did you attack Randy Orton before the match? You filthy liar. Whatever the case may be, let's talk about Friday Night SmackDown. Or, you know what, let's not. Let's not talk about SmackDown. I can't talk about SmackDown, nor do I want to. Not gonna talk about it. Yes, just like Tony Khan with his press conferences, I decided to make a video. I turned on the camera, my microphone. You know, I kinda put myself in this position. Yet, you know what? I just feel like not talking about SmackDown, so we ain't doing that. Let's watch something cute instead. By the way, AEW Dynamite on TBS. This video is sponsored by Wrestling GM, where you can actually prove that you can book it better. Wrestling GM is the best wrestling simulation game in the world. The only game where you can be a business owner, TV show writer, and universe creator at the same time. Pick who fights who becomes champion, manage each wrestler's career, write your own storylines and feuds, and even create your own wrestlers and companies. Find out why 250k plus players continually keep playing Wrestling GM. The game is very deep and the opportunities to play it are endless. It is the perfect mix of creativity and strategy. You can control and create all the outcomes within the game. I also played this game before on my channel. The playlist of Wrestling GM series is in the description below. Wrestling GM is available on all iOS and Android devices, and there's a link to download the game in the description below. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is TheGreatOne, that is my legal name, and we're gonna talk about SmackDown as much as I don't want to. But here's the thing. Seems like I just hacked into your PC, and what is this exactly? Explain yourself, mister. Why are you not subscribed? Why are you not subscribed with notifications on? Oh my god, wait a minute. You didn't even like the video! Must be fun having that small cocoa. The show kicks off with Grayson Waller and Austin Theory, but they got interrupted by the Bloodline before they could do anything. I think they were supposed to face Cameron Grimes in some sort of a match. They were smart enough to leave the ring for the Bloodline though. Heyman says the Bloodline are not the bad guys. The bad guy is Nick Aldis. He's a bad guy for making Roman Reigns defend the championship in a fatal 4-way match. We see Aldis, this is not a conversation, the match is official. He also said the Bloodline will be wrestling tonight. It's going to be a 3-on-3 match. Randy, LA Knight, and AJ versus the Bloodline. We both know Roman Reigns is not in the building. Oh yeah, about that, you better find a partner or it's a handicap match. My man is a badass. I mean, we are getting Roman versus Aldis, right? That's the point, isn't it? I feel like this is possibly the strongest general manager with the biggest, juiciest balls we ever had in the WWE. And I'm not talking about one-time general managers. Like, he is a legit general manager who just happens to have gigantic testicles. And while this is cool and all, it already kinda gave me the vibe of the show. This is a bit of a filler. No story progression, just a 6-man tag in the main event of SmackDown, which you guys know I'm just kinda sick of. Not kinda, I am sick of this shit. So during the show, Paul Heyman tried to find the partner for the Bloodline, but nobody wants to tag with them. Gee, I wonder why. By the end of the show, Paul Heyman was like, you know what? I don't trust anybody. Nobody deserves to tag with the Bloodline. Jimmy is worried though, Solo is not, and because Solo is not worried, Jimmy is not worried anymore. Not yet. I mean, like I've said, not a bad show, but definitely a bit of a filler. Then we got a tag team match. LWO versus LWO 2.0. Pretty good. Love to see Angel and Humberto back in the WWE. Well, at least on television. I kinda forgot these guys existed before they came back to SmackDown. The match was fine, but again, the highlight is Santos Escobar. The man just keeps impressing me. He's great. He's believable. And the heel team won the match. It feels like lately the ticket to success is beating the shit out of Rey Mysterio. So, I don't know where Ray lives, but I might as well try to get 1,000,000 views on YouTube. Who am I kidding? He would kick my ass. Carmelo Hayes wants an opportunity. He mentioned the Royal Rumble, but got interrupted by these two. As you can imagine, just a bunch of shit talking, and Nick Aldis makes a match. Carmelo Hayes versus Austin Theory, which really had a very unfortunate ending. So we got the match. Obviously, Carmelo Hayes getting that opportunity, being showcased on SmackDown. He's definitely one of the next big stars in the WWE. Same goes for Austin Theory. The match was going fine until we got the Spanish Fly. And yeah, I feel like both men possibly got concussed, especially Theory. I mean, he took a very serious landing right here. From what I can tell, everything seems to be fine, but that shit was scary, and I believe it happened twice in a span of a month. I believe the last time we got that was with Vinci, which happened really recently. So yeah, it's really unfortunate, and hopefully, you know, these guys are okay. Logan Paul is a puss because he got a black eye. He feels like Kevin's arm brace is more of a weapon, so he's trying to get out of his match at the Royal Rumble. Kevin Owens, however, understands, and he invites him to the KO show. He can't believe he actually hopes Logan is going to show up. So at least there's that. We're going to get Logan Paul on SmackDown. I really wish we would get more of Logan, because he's the United States champion, and I like this championship title reign, the idea of it. Unfortunately, the man ain't defending the belt. I mean, the most action the belt got was when it was on Logan's cock. Tyler Bate wants to capitalize on this tag team. He feels like it's a great idea. Butch, however, kinda disagrees, and it seems like they're teasing the return of Pete Dunne. The name, it's the same guy, which we all know how this eventually will go. Pete Dunne or Tyler Bate are going to get attacked, and one of them is going to, you know, help each other. So that's how the tag team is going to form. I don't want to tag with you, but man, you helped me. Then we got Bayley versus Bianca Belair, and since the story is Bayley is going to win the Royal Rumble on her own, Damage Control didn't really interfere, which eventually caused Bayley the match. Bianca Belair won, and Bayley's not so happy about that. So even though things are better in Damage Control, Bayley being kicked out is still teased. So we are going to get that, and I do really believe that Bayley will win the Royal Rumble match, and during the Royal Rumble match, one of the Damage Control members will try to eliminate Bayley, and that's how we progress with the story. Eventually, Bayley is winning the championship at WrestleMania, which is something we need to see because she helped with the division a lot and she lost way too many matches. I believe it's time. We finally know the name of this group, The Pride. I don't know if we heard that on SmackDown, but it's on Bobby Lashley's Twitter, X, whatever. And I really wish we got more out of this segment. I mean, the message was clear. Karrion Kross used to hurt his opponents mentally, now he's going to hurt them physically. The segment wasn't necessarily bad, but like I've said, pretty much everything was just a filler, and this felt like a recap of what happened. It does seem like the Pride are baby faces now for sure. So it was finally time for the main event. Randy Orton makes his entrance and gets attacked by the Bloodline. So now it's 2-on-2. Obviously, AJ Styles and LA Knight have some problems, so it was hard for them to tag, but they needed to set their differences aside. So we see the match, everything is going fine, 2-on-2, until Randy Orton makes his return to the ring, and the babyface team picked up the W. I gotta say though, Jimmy Uso takes the worst RKOs out of the whole roster. I've seen some RKOs in my life, people. The man just doesn't know how to sell that shit. Fight continues after the match. Finally, LA Knight, AJ Styles, and Randy Orton set their differences aside and sent a message to Roman Reigns with the triple powerbomb through the announce table. As you guys know, that's how the Shield actually debuted in the WWE, by powerbombing my boy, my man, my dog, Ryback, my best friend. So it seems like they're on the same page. Well, at least for now. So like I've said, I was watching this episode of SmackDown, it felt like something I could miss and I wouldn't miss anything. It's even weird saying this, but it seems like Raw is actually better than SmackDown lately. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe you guys like this episode, which I'm fine with. You know, we can all have our opinions. So thank you for watching this video. By the way, I know you've noticed all the video games in the background, and I'm gonna make a video about this in the future, don't worry. So thank you for watching. The Great One, peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.